Hello, and good afternoon. Nice to meet you. Mr. and Mrs. Holliday, it's interesting to see you here today. Well, not that it's interesting, but any day can be interesting because you never know what you'll walk into. But anyway, what seems to be your problem today? Oh, I'm sorry if I'm giggling a little bit, but child support, that's the problem? Well, we'll see if we can't just not necessarily kind of fix it, but I'm going to help you understand that I'm here only for your therapy session, not to help you with your child support case you have against Mr. Holliday here. Oh, you still want to talk? Okay, well, we can do that too, so let's go ahead and talk. What seems to be the problem? Ah, so you're mad. So Miss Holliday, you're mad at Mr. Holliday here because he hasn't been paying any child support. So let me take a look at the notes. Ah, my my baby daddy isn't paying the child support. He knows I need at least $1,000 to make a decent living and raise our kid, the child he refuses to see. Okay, fair enough. Now, Mr. Holliday, what about you? What seems to be the problem? Oh, so you are paying the child support. Okay. Well, I know I won't discuss too much court matters and other things with you, but I'll just keep it simple. You've been paying, but she says that $1,000 isn't enough. Okay. That's understandable. So, what do you do for a living? Ah, you're a truck driver. Well, that is a hard job to do. All those hours of staying up late and driving and having to sleep at hotels and not being able to take a moment to just get a breather in, I understand what you're going through. Trust me, I used to work at many warehouses in the past before. Well, not many, just one. But anyway, so Miss Holliday, you say that what he's making and paying in child support is not enough. Okay. Miss Holliday, I don't need to hear about what the court said before you even bring that up. I don't need to hear about what the court's telling you. I don't need to hear about how much you're supposed to get an increase or a decrease on. I just need to hear the facts. What seems to be the problem? You're telling him that what you're making is not enough. Okay, well, based on what I see, Miss Holliday, it looks like you're doing perfectly well. Is the child doing perfectly well? Oh, you don't understand. Well, let me help you understand. What am I seeing? I see a Louis Vuitton bag. I see a bag that looks like it may have come from another store that I don't recognize, but I do recognize the fashion. Let's see. I see a $300 bag here, a possible $200 to maybe $400 or $500 purse right here. I see you wearing some nice clothes on you and some shades and a lovely top hat to go with it. Well, not a top hat, but a hat on your head. And you're wearing some very expensive perfume. Tell me where you got that from. Bath and Body Works. Okay, not a problem. But based on what I'm seeing here, Mrs. Holliday, it looks like you're doing fantastically well, but is the child doing fantastically well like you are? The child is? Okay, that's fine. Now, Mr. Holliday, I'm glad you also well, not that you dressed up for the occasion. I can understand. You're a truck driver, you're on the road, so what you're wearing is acceptable. But let me just see if I'm getting this right. How much are you paying her when it comes to child support? Ah, so you're paying her well over $1,500. It's all right. I don't need to hear whether or not if the court agrees with you or not. I get it. You're paying her $1,500. Oh, it's not enough, Mrs. Holliday? Well, why is that not enough? Why is $1,500 in child support money not enough? Explain that. Oh, so you want to talk about lifestyle and how it's not enough to take care of your child. Well, how much do you spend on the child when it comes to any of this child support money? It's none of my business. Oh, okay. You know what? That's fine. It's none of my business. Well, based on that reply right there, it sounds like you're only spending barely enough on the child. Please tell me something, Mrs. Holliday. Are you one of those gold diggers? Are you one of those women who think they can use the child support money every single time just to make an honest living for yourself? Are you one of those women who got men like Mr. Holiday here trapped just so he can keep on paying you child support money over and over and over and over and over and over again? Hey, don't raise your voice at me. I'm the one talking, not you. I'm just asking a simple yes or no question. Oh, you don't consider yourself a gold digger. Okay. Why is that? You're just not a gold digger. Okay, we'll go with that statement. So, well, like I said, based on what I'm seeing and how you're well dressed and how you're wearing some nice perfume, it looks like you're doing well, but you say 1,000 to, well, not even 1,000. Based on what he said, based on Mr. Holiday's reply, $1,500 to you is not enough. So, with that being said, what about you, Mr. Holiday? Oh, you want to show me receipts? Well, you don't have to show me receipts. Just tell me, what have you been doing on your end? You've been giving her more than enough money to take care of your child. What else? You've been supporting her every step of the way, despite the fact that y'all not together. That's good. What else? Well, Mrs. Holiday, it sounds like you have a good man on your hand. He's taking care of his business despite the fact that y'all are not together. So what seems to be the problem? So you're constantly saying that $1,000 is not enough. Well, based on what he said, $1,500 is more than enough. Oh, it ain't enough, as you so nicely said. It ain't enough. It ain't enough. I have needs. Okay, so does he. You can't take all this man's money, especially if he's providing you with at least $1,500. I take it monthly or every other 2 weeks. Oh, you didn't say this. But now it got interesting. So, Mrs. Holiday, you mean to tell me sorry about that. Let me just make sure I'm getting this right. Your so-called baby's daddy here is paying you well over $3,000 every single month, and you're saying that's not enough for child support? So what are you spending it on? You know what, stop right there. You don't have to tell me what you're spending it on. I can already tell just by the way you're dressed. So, Mr. Holiday, it sounds like this is a simple open and shut case here, but I'll help you understand how this is going to work. What you're going to do is this. When you make enough money and you make enough time and you finally get a place of your own, you're going to go ahead and just take your ex-wife here, whatever she may be to you, you're going to take her to court and you're going to need to fight for full custody of your child. Mrs. Holiday, you will wait until I'm done speaking. If not, there's the door. Because it sounds like he's right now the one taking care of the child, and it sounds like you're only thinking of yourself, and you're using the child support system to take care of everything. Oh, you have more news, Mr. Holiday? What is it? Some papers. Okay, well, let's take a look at these papers here. Hold on a moment. Oh. Okay, These are paternity papers for a paternity test. Is there anything you want to explain to your ex-wife, your child's baby mama? I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I don't really need to see this, but I'm just going to sit this right here and look and wait. So please, feel free to tell me. Well, that is some exciting news. So you went and got a paternity test done without her knowledge of knowing, and you come to find out that this isn't your child. Mrs. Holiday, do you have anything you want to tell this man? Mrs. Holiday, DNA does not lie. Doctors do not lie. Oh, Mr. Holiday, you have more you want to add to this. What else? Okay, so on a particular day, you asked her to show up. You even got the judge to get involved with this and your lawyer. Well, Mrs. Holliday, I can definitely tell you something right now. It sounds like he did his portion of his side of the work, and you didn't care until now the truth comes out. So we're going to try this another way. Mr. Holliday, do you still want to continue paying child support for this child? You do. Even after how many years? Let me check my notes. Even after only just 6 years of raising the child, taking care of the child, providing the child a roof over his or her head, and doing all this wonderful stuff, you still want to take care of the child. Are you sure? Because I know a lot of men would say you're foolish for doing this, but I'm asking you, not as just a therapist, not as just a friend or an associate. I'm asking you from one man to another. Do you really want to still take care of this child? You do. That's great. Not many men would accept that. Many men would have said, no, I'm done. I'm out of here. Well, Mrs. Holliday, you have a lot of explaining, though, to do. So whose baby is this? Whose baby did you have without Mr. Holliday knowing? Mrs. Holliday, stop it right now. Trying to cry your way through this is not going to work. You can stop with the tears right now. You knew exactly that this child was not his. Or did you have one of those moments, as they say, I was drunk, I was drinking, I was out with some friends, I was having some fun. Did you have one of those moments? Oh, you didn't. Well, I'm going to try to make this, our session is almost up, so I'm going to try to make this really easy for both of you to understand. First, Mr. Holliday, you have a chance to find, not a chance. This is your moment that you've already decided that you're going to still take care of the child, regardless if the child isn't yours. And I commend you for that, because not many others would. As for you, Mrs. Holliday, do you realize after only 6 years, he is upset and he has every right to walk away from you? And if the judge and his lawyer already know about this, do you realize at this point he is not obligated to take care of you no more, nor the child? So the question is, Mrs. Holliday, look at me. The question is, what you gonna do? You heard me. What you gonna do about this here? You don't have to give me the answer. You need to decide for yourself. You have a man who knows this isn't his child, but he's willing to support you. So what you gonna do? But I'm gonna need you and him to talk about that privately. Your time is up. It was nice meeting both of you, and you both have a nice day. And be careful out there. The weather is bad.